All right, we starting this shit or are we already?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, it's supposed to be your favorite day, right?
Tis my favorite day. Can I make? Oh, I can make you big. I can make Twitter small.
Twitter's small today.
I feel like I should be on the left.
Yeah, this is Ryan's record. I think it's 16.
Shit, I think so.
Yeah, as
Done
always.
So many already.
As always, appreciate you guys making through all the episodes this week, especially this one. This is like our freebie Friday. We kind of just skate through a bunch of stuff, stuff that couldn't kind of squeak into the show. Dave and I just kind of made a day out of it. It's also a little goofy. Lets us wind down after such a serious week of serious topics. And quite frankly, I was pissed off this week. It's not a good thing.
I don't know why. Was it the pedophiles? Was it the social credit score? Was it the AI creating human music?
Or was it that fat chicks are now hot? I'm more upset that they're ruining what beautiful women is more than anything.
I do like that you did a video about this forever ago on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, I got called a misogynist piece of shit for it, too. Go figure.
Yeah. I mean, you are, but that's fine.
Yeah, misogynist because I like the things that women gave me from birth. Gotcha. I got to have an 8-inch cock and an 8-figure bank account, though. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm halfway there on both accounts.
Speaking of 8-figure bank account, did I tell you guys about the soccer player that did I tell you the story?
No.
I don't know the dude's name.
What did you do? Fall when nobody was near him?
No, he had a girlfriend or a fiance or a wife for a long time, and they were trying to get separated, and she tried going after all of his shit in the divorce.
Yeah, that's what women do when they...
Yeah, well, what women don't expect...
Wait, you did say this, I think.
Yeah.
It was in his mother's name or something, right?
Yeah, Lawrence's assets are registered in his mother's name.
So. Yeah, we talked about this last week on Ryan's Record, I believe.
Yeah. City Boys were up. More stuff came out. I just seen it again this week because it's making its rounds around the internet. Like, people are waking up. Just it's pretty funny. Dave, do we really think DeSantis is running?
Do I think he's going to run?
Yeah, I just don't know. I think we got to get VP DeSantis in with my boy Trump.
No, I think 100. I would. I can't say anything's 100%, right? Isn't that the general rule? Don't be so absolute in your statements.
99.9.
Yeah, he's 99.9. If I'm not allowed to say 100, he's 99.9% running. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I have zero doubts.
All right, if you say so, David. Couple things here. Quick local Buffalo story here. David, you know I like the Bills.
Yeah.
You know I like our quarterback, Josh Allen.
Of course.
I became a Josh Allen hater this week.
Why is this, Ryan?
Well, he's now single, so him and I are trying to sleep with the same women.
Okay, but to be fair, you just take the ones he doesn't sleep with.
Well, luckily for
what are you worried about, Ryan? Is it
luckily for Josh Allen,
he
can't keep
bigger, stronger, faster, has more money?
Money is the only thing he's got me on. I don't give a fuck.
You're bigger than Josh Allen.
No, my character is bigger than Josh Allen's.
You do have quite a character, Ryan, but that's not what I'm asking.
Yeah,
are you physically? Listen, we're talking about boiling it down to the most basic biological things that women.
No, David, I can't. Okay, thanks.
Are you physically bigger, stronger, and faster? Could you defend a woman more than he could?
I probably could.
Could you protect
Josh Allen
and support?
If I had to, and I had weapons, I might be able to do something.
So the great equalizer.
The great Second Amendment. It's the only thing I got. On top of that, look, all jokes aside, I'm not worried about dating the same girls Josh Allen is dating because he's got to worry about me. And I mean that. I'm worth $1 trillion sold, at least $1 trillion.
Ryan, here's what I need from you as a Bills fan and a Josh Allen fan. I need Josh Allen to be as single as humanly possible for the rest of his life as a Buffalo Bill.
For the record.
So then he can focus on football. So I need you taking all of them.
For the record, David, I came on here
one.
When the Bradys were splitting up, and I said, I would bet if some girls around the NFL are looking around at the girls they're with, and blah, blah, blah. And here we are. I said, made jokes during the season. Josh Allen's girlfriend's cheating on him. Here we are.
Yeah, but it might have been.
Tea leaf sipping.
It may or may not have been the opposite.
You think he was smashing on the side?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Dude,
But
he's
listen,
a dog.
this
He's
is
a
what
dog.
this is what Top G talks about, right?
Yeah, it's Top G, dude. New tradition is you waiting at the hotel room when I run train through all the local hoes. Okay, see you after the game. All jokes aside,
You said that before, and then you made a joke immediately.
all jokes aside, this is just a PSA to all the women in the 716 area code. On a balance of probability, Josh Allen wants nothing to do with 99.9% of you. Because he can get hoes from anywhere. Like, the hottest girls in Buffalo aren't the hottest girls in the middle of nowhere in Dubai or fucking Florida or... So, I only bring it up because I was scrolling through the internet this week and I seen a bunch of memes of girls saying stuff and, like, making jokes about Josh Allen, and it's just funny. This is what I mean about people on the internet think that they're all one percenters when they're not doing one percenter stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Are you saying they have no chance?
No, zero chance. Well, look. You have no chance of marriage. You have no chance of seriousness. Like, you could probably sleep with them. You could probably get a date out of them. Sure, guy's a local billionaire. Like, he could buy everything in one credit card swipe around here. Okay? So, like, you can get stuff out of the guy, but you're not going to marry that guy. He's not going to be your boyfriend. He's not going to meet your mom. You're not going to meet his mom. He's not going to usher, like, that's not how it works. It's just not how it works. And people are so fucking delusional. They don't understand what the other sex wants from themselves. I don't know what Josh Allen wants. I'm not acting like his sex agent here. But I'll tell you right now.
Do you think it's like somebody who looks like Lizzo? Is that what he's after?
Yeah. Out of all the women he could pick in the world, he's definitely picking Lizzo, David. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, we got to have some priorities here, man. And, that guy's looking for so many things on a small checklist, and most women don't have it in general, let alone in the Buffalo fucking area. What, you think he wants to go home with the girl that was at a tailgate all day with Bill's Mafia? Is that what you're telling me? He wants a Buffalo hoe? Man, get out of here. Stephon Diggs has already got those girls on lock. Anyways, I'll get off the toxic.
Did you see how googly eyes here? You see this?
Oh, she's hot, dude.
When you look at Tucker Carlson and some of the folks on Fox do it, it's very clear they're inciting violence.
Oh, I thought you meant like. All right, I thought Google that. Who are we watching here?
Jen Psaki, who of course works for MSNBC and is a very serious journalist and definitely did work with the Biden administration and AOC. I wonder why they think the media is left leaning. It's weird.
All I gotta say is if AOC was a Republican, she would have so much more support at a fucking federal level.
Yeah, if she wants to have support on her level, she needs to gain a few 100 pounds.
Yeah, and take clothes off? Is that what you're gonna say, David?
Sure.
I can't wait until congressmen are running OnlyFans to get publicity out there. San Francisco is eliminating algebra to promote equity. As a result, Black and Hispanic 11th graders lost out, earning appalling math scores, the same or as lower as the typical 5th grader in the state. Wealthy families just hired private tutors.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so one of the points I was going to make was literally already made at the end of your sentence, but obviously you're never going to fix equity in that way because somebody who can afford to send somebody to better higher education is going to do it.
You're going to
just private school
the funding?
Right. You're just going to private school because, they'll have a better education anyway.
Yeah, speaking of better education, if we only had better news, David, Fox News settles with Dominion at the last second, averting defamation trial over its 2020 election lies.
Yes. Yes, they did.
It's funny they're investigating Tops. They're investigating Fox more about the Dominion thing than they are about Dominion and the election.
Well, I read an article actually about some Trump folks who might be getting in trouble because they have some information on some of the voting machines used in Georgia, and instead of releasing the information that they had on the voting machines in Georgia that presumably points to election interference, or at the very least, election let's just say surprises maybe. mistakes, accidents, happy little accidents. They're just mad at the Trump lawyers and stuff for having this information. How'd you get the information? Well, don't you want to talk about the information? Nope. How'd you get it?
This kind of reminds me of when they censored the one story because they couldn't verify if it was true, but when it came to a story on the other end, they just let it go even though they knew it was false. Hunter Biden laptop and the Stormy Daniels or the Michael Cohen hush letter.
Here's you want to answer this poll, Ryan?
Yeah, what's the poll, David?
In a marriage, having a porn habit is worse than having a mistress.
Whoa. Do it again. Hit me again. Hit me again with this.
In a marriage, having a porn habit is worse than having a mistress.
I would agree.
You agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree.
David, is it worse to fall in love with a real person that you could actually potentially, like, not that it's right, but you have chemistry and they're real and you can touch them and you can experience the world? Or,
I don't know.
Or is it worse to trick your mind into getting all those same things you get from a real person, but it's through a little thin screen that isn't real, and it gives you dopamine and wires your head, and the things that you view, you're tended to more likely go into more and more serious and more aggressive versions of porn as you consume it.
Okay, so here's the thing with this, though. In the context of whose view, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, from a man's perspective, you could definitely, I would think, agree. But I think from the woman's perspective, I think the woman would prefer you don't have a mistress, right? Do you see what I mean?
100%. It just shows how men and women are different.
I think I would agree from my perspective, but disagree from a woman's perspective. I'm interested to. No, it's very close.
But what did they say? What they think porn's worse, right?
Yes.
Porn's 100% worse.
It's very, very close. Oh, I don't want my comment. I want to.
I would argue that, like, averting porn, like, the path to porn is far faster and easier than a path to a mistress.
Porn addictions aren't bad, are they? Justin Tate, yes.
Yeah. Porn. Look. You ever want to know, like, the effects of porn in our society? Bring it up to a bunch of your guy friends or, like, dudes at work, and tell them that porn is bad for you and you should stop it. They fucking make fun of you. They make fun of you. It's men's oldest addiction. Most of us have touched our dick longer than you've ever smoked cigarettes or vaping or drugs or alcohol or anything else. Your first addiction is your dick. And it literally can ruin your life if you don't have it under control. And I'm speaking from someone in experience, and I've gone through the porn train, and, like, seriously, as men, start talking about porn around other guys. They'll look at like you're fucking weird. And that's how you know there's a problem. And it's so accessible. It's so accessible. Not to mention the things it steals from you, the way it wires your brain. And once again, I'm not holier than anybody here. These are things I got to tell myself. Right? But this is why we got, like, I get, like, not embarrassed because I don't really get that anymore. But people look at you weird when you bring it up to them. Like, who's this guy thinking it's not that I'm better than you guys. Just tell it's a fucking not good. It's like smoking cigarettes.
It's terrible.
It ruins your libido. You get used to watching other people have sex. Like, why do you think people are?
It's worse. It's worse in many ways, though, because it affects you in such a way mentally.
You know, when you feel shame afterwards, if you do anything that makes you feel shame, you shouldn't do it. There's actually an emotional frequency chart, and if you look it up, shame is at the lowest bit. Purpose is at the highest. You know, and this is all like the self-improvement journey. But that's an interesting poll, David. Thanks for bringing that up. I got something that's going to tie into your social credit score earlier, David. Netflix reveals its new timeline for its password sharing crackdown. And what they're basically going to do is make it so that they're going to track your IP address and where your Netflix account is going to stop families from using it and everybody sharing it.
Which they certainly could have done the whole time.
Yeah, I wonder why they haven't, David. It's almost like they were waiting for cable to fully die before they did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've had the technology. IP addresses aren't new. They've been around since the beginning of internet.
Yeah, I actually seen a thing that the new capitalism sucks, and it put together how much the average cable bill was before and then put it with all the streaming services. And if you were to get the same package for cable with the same channels, it's more expensive to buy streaming.
Yeah, yes, but I would argue the value is still
What's it? What? There was just as much value on fucking TV as there is streaming.
But you're interrupted with commercials constantly, and you can pick whatever you want to watch at the time you want to. I would still argue, even if you're paying more now, I think it's still a better value.
David, having the choice to select from a bunch of things doesn't make you necessarily happier or more fulfilled with your choice. They've actually done studies about this with jelly. And they gave people the choice to pick between 3 different jellies or like 100 jellies. And the people that were given the 3 were more confident and they were more fulfilled in their decision than if they got more options. Like the more options you have to choose of something, the less sure you are of it and the less happiness you have with that purchase. So look, I know this is like a dumb psychoanalyzing. The point is they fucking know what you're doing.
Yeah, but I don't know if I like that take, to be honest with you.
It's true, David.
It may be true, but I don't like it. Here's why. It's like saying like, there's so many choices of automobiles, right? If you only had one choice of car, and you had to drive the piece of shit around, it'd be like, oh, at least it's a piece of shit, But it gets me A to B, right? But if you have the choice between a Bentley, a Benz, a Bugatti, it's like these things are way better. And I'm going to be sad because why? I'm driving the Mercedes instead of the Bugatti.
David, most of the people that act out of abundance have abundance. The people that buy out of scarcity tend to think in scarcity. So I would argue most people that have the car that they drive and they'll always buy Ford because their dad bought Ford or because they always driven Chevy or they're not out. It's kind of like fucking when you buy soap as a dude that works, you just buy that soap for the next 50 years. Like it's not like you're comparing and contrasting soap.
No, but that doesn't mean that you don't have an option at a better quality soap.
You 100% do, but like after a while, like your creature of habit. Right?
I'm just saying when you have streaming services, first of all,
it's an illusion of choice, though. It's an illusion of choice.
It's a flawed logic, first of all, because you could buy cable for this much, or you could buy every streaming service and it's more money. And it's like, yeah, but how many people?
But if I have to get every streaming service to get the same spectrum of shows that was on a basic cable model, am I saving any fucking money?
No,
or is it a better option just because I can? If I have to buy 3 streaming services, right? But if I want the same program that was before. And it's the equivalent of the cable's dead, David.
It's not.
It's fucking dead. Spectrum has an app to stream shit on. What do you mean?
Yeah, and it's the same cable they used to have.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
It's through a goddamn app on your Xbox.
You could just stream it instead.
It's not the same cable. Better. It's not cable.
Ryan, do you have streaming services?
No, I steal them from my sister.
So you're fucked.
No, I actually give her money. But
most people don't have. Now, most people have multiple ones, but most people don't have all of them. And the reason I have as many as I do is because I overpay for Verizon and they give you some to make you feel better. Like, look at this
capitalistic approach to everything.
If you pay way too much for your phone bill, we'll give you Hulu and Disney. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess.
The money you could have saved on your phone bill, you could have got 3 streaming services for free. So we'll just include it in your bill.
You can get free Apple Music and free this and free that. And it's like, you're throwing this free word around, but you're just charging me more for my phone bill.
Yeah, and then you're giving it away to everybody else for free, but the people that have been a customer forever pays for it.
But the point is, you could just sign up for Netflix, and it's $13 a month or whatever it is.
For now. Look, Dave.
Yeah, but they have to compete with other streaming services. Netflix knows they can't just make their $50 a month. Nobody would pay for it.
Don't repackage the bullshit cable model because you can put on Bob's Burger 24 hours a day and not have to see any fucking commercials because you pay $7 more. I'm glad I have to pay extra money to not see a 30-second propaganda stream. Oh, fucking great.
Isn't that an advantage if it weren't for the fact that everybody else was also pushing propaganda? Wouldn't that be great? A right-leaning cable streaming service?
I realized something the other day that TikTok, how there's nothing new under the sun?
Sure.
Okay. The average TikTok's what, 90 seconds? 30 seconds?
Yeah, whatever.
What's the average commercial length?
You can do up to...
What's the average commercial length?
30 seconds, I think. 30 seconds.
TikTok is the fucking internet's commercial reel. It's literally like, I was like making fun of somebody like, yeah, your mind's wired for TikTok. And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute. These are like commercials.
Yeah, but it's
like a short is a commercial stream. Now, granted, it just has a certain targeted commercial information if it's Gary Vee or Tate, but it's still it's basically a commercial. You're not remembering your fancy colors or the thing he said or the impression. It's the dopamine rush, right?
Well, most people, the difference is most people run away from commercials and most people run towards TikTok. So,
well, David, it's because they're not viewing it through the eyes of a commercial. See, unlike the average Joe, David, we are far from plugged into the Matrix here at December 1770.
No, definitely not plugged in.
A Spanish athlete spent 500 days alone in a cave for science.
What?
You know, it's amazing. She came out and was a better sandwich maker than she was before.
Did you say 500 days?
500 days, David. For those doing the math at home, that's like a year and a half.
Yeah, that's almost, yeah. That's crazy.
Incredible. Now, granted, there was rudimentary stuff. They had she could have contacted help at any time if she got hurt. It wasn't like they just said, you're fucked.
It's just like when they used to do those survival shows on Discovery and stuff.
Yeah, they had a shit bucket. They'd lower down to her. She'd go. They'd pull it up. But 500 days, she read like all these books. It was very interesting. I didn't care too much other than, once again, it's just one of those things. It's this extreme. And this kind of actually reminded me of, you ever hear the thing about the guy that ran the first 5-minute or 10-minute mile or something?
No.
I don't know what happened or the story
probably not
exactly.
10. That's
I think it was a 7-minute mile. But this is, I don't know what year, but this was like the early 50s, 60s, 70s, somewhere in there. But they always thought that your heart would explode if you were to run too fast or under a certain time. So it was physically impossible for the human body to go do a mile under this time. Your fucking heart would erupt.
We say this now about a 3-minute mile, I believe.
Yeah, and a guy trained and he did it. And after he did it, he was the first guy to do it. And then I don't know how long the time was, but within a year or a certain amount of time, there was 30 other people that did it. And what it basically said was all it took for people to realize it could be done is to see somebody do it, right? And then it gives you that thing. So if I'm applying that logic here, this woman set a world record of 500 days. What's going to happen when we got guys spending thousands of days underground? And granted, she did this. They did studies, neurologic blood tests. They did MRIs and see how she changed in her. It's a very interesting article. It's pretty lengthy. I think it was a Wall Street Journal or NPR article, state-funded media, actually. I'm sorry, federally state-funded media. So yeah, it was very cool. But just got my gears turning on. And what's the extreme? How many people are going to be underground fucking cavemen? Yo, tell me why Lysol needs an app to track how clean your bathroom is.
Well, they're just curious about how needed their products are, right?
Download to help track the daily cold and flu. Exclusive, 2 more congressmen from Florida plan to endorse Trump in a blow to DeSantis. Tell me how they're going to keep endorsing a guy that isn't even openly running for president yet. I'm still waiting for
because they all know that he is going to run.
Dave, I know, but it's bullshit. Little Patrick Bet David tweet here to get you through your evening, folks. Parents who raise their kids with strong values that become a net positive society deserve more recognition. They indirectly lower taxes, they make communities safer and cleaner, they help the economy. Imagine an Academy Award ceremony exclusive to recognizing great parents. Yeah, what is that chick's name on the right?
Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, she's hot. She wears a lot of makeup. But she's like a mother of 4 boys or something, too.
Speaking of Patrick Bet David, he had another good one here.
Guy is an animal, man.
Your parents determine your history, but your choices determine your future. Your choices are more powerful than your ethnicity, your background, your lineage, and the statistics you're currently a part of. You can choose to change or choose to blame. The choice is yours.
He's just a rich white man, David.
He's
sure he never struggled or came from poverty.
Let's just say if Netflix ever did a documentary about him, he'd be played by a black man.
Russians block access to Pornhub and tells people to go meet somebody in real life.
It's probably a good idea. We were just talking about this. A mistress.
All right, David. I seen a cool photo this weekend.
Was it AI generated?
No, it was well, I don't know. I mean, maybe, but they took a picture of the first atom. It was the first ever they captured an atom on photograph.
They took a picture of it?
Yeah, it looks.
So
great.
it wasn't like drawn like the COVID virus?
No, if you punch it in, it looks cool. Like obviously, it just literally looks like a white little dot in the middle of blackness. But like just the thought that this is like, I actually was talking to my dad about this. Is like isn't it cool that everything's made out of little singularities? Like these universes inside of universe. Like a cell is an inside universe inside of us. It's a multi-cell. It's a unicell. Like it's just so. Life is fucking amazing.
I think I saw this picture.
It's incredible. It doesn't even seem real that we have this technology.
This is it, right?
Yeah, that one. It looks like in between the pen tips. No, well, I mean, maybe that's really it. I don't know. I didn't see that.
Okay, that's the one I saw. The one.
Yeah, the second row, third from the right.
This one?
No, other. No, one more.
Did you do third from the right?
Yeah, well,
Who does third from the right? You go from the left to right.
Well, I'm Arabic. Yeah, that one.
You're Arab, really?
That's the picture I see.
Oh, this I didn't see.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Now, that might be what we see, and then that other one you showed was like an electromagnetic or a thermal or...
Crazy.
Yeah, awesome. Just life's cool. You can't tell me that, like, this is... If it's not God, it's God-like, and that's good enough for me, man. All right, David, I think I'm just about to round out the show here. Oh, I got a quick one for you. Little tweet I seen. Bank records show that Joe funneled money to his son Hunter for prostitutes. Hunter spent up $30K on escorts in 5 months, paying to traffic Russian sex workers across state lines and disguise payments as medical expenses. The Bidens are literally in bed with the Russians. Hilarious.
The Russians, too. So the Russians, the Ukrainians, and the Chinese.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Impressive. All the people that are going to fight us in World War III. Mm-hmm. Well, except Ukraine. Ukraine probably won't battle us.
I see. Man trades 4 pit bulls as down payment for his car.
What?
This was some buy here, pay here place or like a locally famous.
I mean, I could make a lot of racial jokes about this, but yeah.
Look, all I'm gonna say is like,
was it? I would say it was DMX, but he died.
They all were able to check a box, if that's what you were wondering. All seriousness aside, though, this is bartering.
Yeah, well, yeah,
it's bartering. Now, do I think this should be able to be done? Yeah, like I should be able to barter at Tops for fucking eggs, maybe. I don't know. The point is, like, don't tell me we're doing great in the economy when people are taking fucking pit bulls for down payments. This reminds me of like crackheads that are selling you TVs downtown. Hey, man, I got a really great deal on a TV. Oh, I bet you do. Does it come in a box? No, man, no box. It's a scratching debt.
I'm sure if you read the whole article, a non-boxed flat screen was somehow involved too.
It's fucking, yeah, it looks like they got you on a Ring doorbell camera 2 blocks over, fucking sneaking that out a back window. $50, I'll take it. You got to support local businesses, right, David?
Oh, shit. This guy literally gave this person a heart attack.
How?
Oh my god! Oh! Dad.
What's that?
Dad,
This is why you don't do fucking pranks, people.
That's fucked up.
That's why you don't do pranks.
Holy shit.
I got a tweet here for you, Dave. Another conspiracy turned fact today. This is from Ginger Z. She is a meteorologist on Good Morning America.
Does she have red hair?
No, she's attractive, though. She's a brunette. In this photograph, I don't see a wedding ring, so I can say she's hot. When I went to school for meteorology, cloud seeding was, quote, inefficient and expensive. That is not the case today. 42 projects in 10 states with hundreds of ground-based cloud seeders sending silver oxide into storms to make them snow more than they naturally would. More on
So-
Good Morning America Tuesday. Hashtag weather modification.
So
You can make it snow.
chemtrails.
You can make it snow, but I got to pay more in taxes for carbon outputs. It's not raining in California because I drive an Escalade, but you can cloud seed for more snow. I have personal videos on YouTube, on Facebook rather, about this very thing, drawing fucking X's in the sky. Don't worry about it. They're just,
That was
it's just
chemtrails.
water
And that was
vapor.
those chemtrails in a conspiracy. Or
I bet you one of those 10 states is New York, David, considering it's one of the most populated states in all of America. Probably net worth $1 trillion in fucking property value and assets. I'm sure they don't have the money or technology for cloud seeding, considering they pass every fucking climate change bill. Alex Jones was right.
Do we got to?
The only thing I gotta say now to say it's conspiracy is that this is a planned depopulation effort by global elitists to kill me. That's all I have to say, and now I'm off the rails again. But everything else was before. You can make it snow, you can make it rain, you can make it a desert, you have fucking the HARP system that blasts a singularity of energy in the fucking jet stream in the Arctic Circle. Shut up, conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, if I may, Ryan. They're changing your weather with chemtrails. Is a quick way to say that.
I'm sick of the weather modification turning the fucking frogs gay. I'm gonna be honest, I'm slightly retarded.
I'm kind of retarded.
Look, this
It really is a national treasure. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There it is. I know you can't see it because of the fucking internet screens, but YouTube will probably put in the description. When will I retire? How about never? Thanks, Wall Street Journal. This is just getting us ready to work in the servitude.
Are you going to take to the streets and protest over it? Like
I'll be too old. I'll be too old, David. Or maybe they'll just have their AI robots to tell me to go home. Everything's fine. "99% of books are not worth reading. 0.99% of books are worth reading once. 0.01% of books are worth reading 100 times." Hamza. This is you would call him a red pill guru, but a men's self-improvement guy. I've been trying to read more books recently myself. Just interesting.
Well, he just told you most of them aren't worth reading, though.
I'm going to say the 0.01%, a lot of them are probably those religious books, the great works of art, Western culture. The books that they try to change all the time, 1984. 30 northern U.S. states will be able to see the Northern Lights tonight. We're recording on a Sunday, so I actually plan on trying to skate out, see if I can see them. Pretty cool.
Is it going to be clear? We're going to have clear skies?
I don't know.
Well, that's important, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, David, all in all, some people would say that's very important.
If your skies aren't going to be clear, let me know. I'll take my jet out there and I will clear up the air for you with my chemtrails.
Look, Dave, you ain't got to tell me nothing that I don't already know, I just want to touch base on this. We kind of could have glossed over this during the counterculture video this week.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
What?
It's Bizarro Me.
What happened?
It's AI David Korn with a C.
Oh, my God.
And he's Bizarro Me. He's clearly a leftist. In a stroke, Elon Musk has made Twitter an unreliable source of information.
Is this a white guy using a black meme? He's not allowed to do that.
That's digital blackface.
Yeah, you can't do that.
We got to comment on this.
Hashtag digital black space racist.
What do I even say? David Korn with he sucks. I don't know. That's all I want to say to him is that he sucks, to be honest with you.
Don't get the fast part of your dick.
I'm just going to put him in digital blackface. Right, we got to hit him with the shit they're hitting us with, right? Oh, that's weird. It doesn't come up.
Huh. It's weird. It's kind of like when you type in Epstein, right? Doesn't spell it out for.
Well, Epstein wasn't real. Just hit him with digital blackface.
That motherfucker, that dude that killed him got sentenced for murdering his family. Unbelievable. All right, Decembertainment this week, David. Now, I don't know if you guys remember few months ago back on the program. As always, Dave and I try to do our best to stay cutting edge on information on the internet because, let's be honest, everything else is too slow. Donald Trump, the former president and always the greatest president in the history of the world, was on a podcast called the Full Send Podcast, which I've never paid attention to, but months ago he was on there. YouTube banned it for...
I recall this.
Election.
Because you watched it, you sent me the link to it, and then before I could see it, it didn't exist.
Glad Dave remembers, because Trump was on again. And you know what, David? I just happened to be at the right place at the wrong time in the right corner of the internet, and I watched that fucker.
Is it down again?
No, it's up. It's actually got 6.5 million views at the recording of this video, and I seen it 2 days ago on Thursday night or Friday night. So, yeah, so it's still up. That's cool. That's a win for the internet. All I'm going to say about this is go check it out. It's interesting. I love watching Trump in long-form discussions. I really do. It really lets you – we should do this with all presidents, obviously, with all people. I enjoy long-form discussions, obviously, David. We all do in this space, but – because, like, the thing that Trump always gets caught up in is the semantics, which you should, right? Words are important. The media tries to sway you. You only get 30-second sound bites on, like, it makes all sense.
Yeah, and they say, they pick them apart. You lied because of this bullshit technicality.
Yeah, it's a wrong word. He's fucking black, not Puerto Rican, like, whatever. And,
well, they're all black in Netflix's eyes, right?
I fucking swear to God. Could you imagine if black people did this to white people? Or, never mind. White people did it to black people. Now, granted, they have. But,
yeah, we've done worse.
Yeah, but they get upset.
To be fair.
Steering the ship straighter here. Dude, Trump is a fucking animal. He's an animal. He talks about aliens, okay? And Trump never has been an alien guy. That's it. That's all I need to see. Trump didn't give a fuck. Trump didn't give a fuck. Why would I give a fuck about aliens?
Wait, hold on. You don't have to fuck one anymore?
No, why would I? Trump probably would have. If aliens
Trump,
were real,
Trump believes in them, so you believe in them now.
No, I don't believe in them.
Oh.
Because Trump, he's never been an alien guy.
Trump doesn't believe in them.
Yeah, he never was an alien guy.
I'm voting for DeSantis. That settles it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the guy that has pedophile rings at Disney World under his town center, David.
Reagan knew all about aliens. That's all I need to know.
Look, all I'm going to say is this. Donald Trump, long-form discussion, being able to just fucking talk. These people that talk to him obviously enjoy them. They said, we're voting for you. We need you back, right? So this is very pro-Trump. But honestly, for Trump, like, these dudes are drinking beer, hanging around with the president. Like, it's very unprofessional. But it shows the quality of Trump, the character of Trump, his humor. Great interview, great podcast.
I may or may not have seen a clip of this. Did one of the kids give him like a Rolex or some kids?
Yeah.
One of the guys gave him a Rolex or something because he made a shirt and sold it. I saw that clip. For some reason, that was the clip I ended up seeing from it.
Yep. Those dudes know Dana White and stuff. So awesome podcast. I encourage everybody to check it out. It's the Full Send Podcast, Donald Trump. Yeah, he talks North Korea, World War, the stuff going wrong. He, like, literally lays out the problems with the Afghanistan withdrawal. Like, things you'll never fucking see him, even on Fox News with Sean Hannity covering his ass. You'll never see that shit. Go watch it before they take it down. Go watch it and memorize it before they 1984 it and say it never happened and it's lies and propaganda. Because they're gonna Winston. And until then, Dave and I will be here. Dave Ryan, 1773. Catch us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Rumble, YouTube, Facebook. Dave and I will be there as always. If you guys made it to the end of this podcast and all the ones this week, I appreciate you the most. David, as always, thank you for your time. I'll catch everybody later. And Trump 2024 is just beginning. I'm telling you, this dude is on fire. He's ready for vengeance. And after watching that podcast, I am pumped. So I'll catch you guys later. David, as always, thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
See you, man.